Alrighty guys, so starting over again on here. This is Mech Mania. You are watching OPTV Live. This is Mech Mania Monday. You are watching Game C. Tonight we have TheKhumi on the left-hand side in the blue, flying around in the beta bomber. His opponent, FriskyCow, also flying around in the bomber themselves. This game now is in progress on here. These guys have already made some distance, both of them taking the bottom approach, which is actually very interesting. Normally you see one player going on the top while the other one goes on the bottom. This time both of them went for the bottom, so they are going to meet head on. FriskyCow with a very, very nice defense here, combining all sorts of units, guys, including, if you take a look there, he does have some of those fixtures in bunkers, actually healing and repairing his units. He's got patrol pads for some of these units as well. Really great mix of all different units. Meanwhile, TheKhumi right over here, bombing away at FriskyCow's moneymakers. He wound up hitting, I think, the base at least once with his bombs, caused the alarm to go off, and FriskyCow then realized it and responded. Has to rebuild one of those moneymakers, losing that valuable time and resources to actually get it built, but does get it down, gets a seeker up there on a patrol path and protection. TheKhumi does not make it out of there alive. FriskyCow gets his kill, now has free open availability to go. TheKhumi, realizing that it's too dangerous right now for him to be out of the game, he uses his buyback, gets back into the game, spends a tremendous amount of his credits to get back into the game, but just does not want to give FriskyCow any open windows to actually do anything. Meanwhile, FriskyCow here has got such a mix of units here, folks. Look at this. Zippers and buckies and tanks. Oh my! Great mix of units here. So for those of you that are watching that are again wondering, how do you play, what units do you use, what units combine well with others, what don't, you guys are really seeing tonight a lot of great action that is just showcasing how you can really mix such a wide assortment of units and get great results out of them. FriskyCow using these fixers, cheap ways to get infantry down, to get repair units down. They move, they walk, they cost very little, and they're pretty versatile, so it's really turning out to be in FriskyCow's advantage. Does he get out of there? No, he does not. FriskyCow does go down. TheKhumi is on his own. FriskyCow not fully using the buyback, using the full respawn time, instead using the money to actually build up abilities and units. Speaking of abilities, let's take a look right here. TheKhumi with level 2 bombs, no other abilities. FriskyCow has level 2 speed, level 1 bombs, and level 1 Mantis Strike. So FriskyCow going for a little bit more of a wide assortment of abilities, while TheKhumi is focusing strictly on the bombs. Right now, folks, what we have is basically a head-on meeting right here. Two large forces, lots of tanks, lots of units. The one advantage that TheKhumi potentially may have, that if FriskyCow cannot properly counter, could actually hurt him, is that TheKhumi is using artillery. Those long-range shell shots coming in there, damaging out those units, taking them out. FriskyCow almost knowing what I was going to say before I was saying it. Actually, no, he only moved them up a little bit. I thought he was actually moving out full-fledged before he loses all of his units. But he only moved... Okay, let's see. Now, there we go. Now he is going to go ahead. He is going to move out, but is it too late? Did he potentially lose too many units? But big, huge moment right here when FriskyCow pulls out. TheKhumi dies. TheKhumi has to use buyback once again to get back into the game. FriskyCow goes down in the process as well. TheKhumi is potentially about to die again. Oh, barely survives that, and now TheKhumi is pushing out with a unit force of his own. Everything that FriskyCow had is gone. All of TheKhumi's units are still alive there. We've got a huge assortment of units. Rollers, tanks, seekers, jammers. Oh my! FriskyCow losing his bottom base. TheKhumi showing us the fact that he can play with more units than just more mechs other than just an Osprey. TheKhumi really is using the ability of this bomber. He is staying alive. He's making distance, making progress on this field. I think he may even be surprised with himself. I know that he was a little concerned of not being able to have his Osprey, but as you can see, folks, that is what can separate a good air mech player from a really good one, is being able to adapt and handle unique situations that you're maybe not fully accustomed to. This really here is a great example. Man, FriskyCow goes down again, having to use that buyback to get back into the game. He has more income that comes in. He has to pull out one of his units that was in his cargo hold. But those Seekers, the potential is just too much. The bomber not an overly... it doesn't have a tremendous amount of hit points. It is a little bit squishy. FriskyCow better be careful. He is going down again at a critical moment. TheKhumi completely with the base to himself. FriskyCow not really having enough money for the buyback. Has to just wait on that respawn. Base health down to 40%. TheKhumi deploying more Longhorns. Could this be the end of FriskyCow? Is he going to be able to come back from this? I'm not too sure. FriskyCow dies again, this time with a tank in his cargo hold. This is probably GG right here, folks. That last death may have unfortunately cost him the game. I think he's conceded. He has credit. He's not buying back. He's not paying for the units. TheKhumi doing a little dance right there. And there we go, guys. You spin me round and round. There we go. A little tribute there to a great song. So there you go, guys. That was Game C of Mech Mania Monday's 1v1 tournament. Fantastic Four. I am Steve. You are watching OPTV Live. Stay tuned for Game D.